How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this evening's edition of some relationship advice from a 23-year-old virgin. Some might call me inexperienced. I kind of like to consider it a little bit of an occupational hazard, being 6'2" and 160 pounds. But enough about me. Let's get into some relationship advice.
Turner.
How to avoid resenting financially supporting my GF, male 23 and female 24. I, male 23, been dating my GF, female 24, for about 4.5 years, and we moved in together last year. When we met, she was in college and double majoring, and I was in school as well. However, she dropped out of college about 6 months into us dating due to autistic burnout. I'm sorry, societally, we've come to a point where talking about autism is okay. Calling someone an autist as an insult isn't always an insult anymore. Some people would consider that a compliment. At least I like to, because it's hurled at me a lot. So I try to maintain a positive energy about the word autistic. But sometimes I find it a little difficult, right? See, here's the thing. You could say they dropped out of college about 6 months into us dating due to autistic burnout. Some people use autistic to describe things that are cool. They could be like, dude, she did a burnout in our front yard that was autistic. Dude, the burnout that she did was autistic. I don't think that's what he means here. I'll get back to the point. And has been working retail ever since. This summer, she lost her job mostly due to some health issues that caused her to miss a lot of work. More autistic burnout, maybe. And I've been financially supporting us since then. She does DoorDash, parentheses, using my car, about 10 hours a week and pays for our internet bill, but sometimes can't afford gas/oil changes etc. Okay, DoorDash with your car, 10 hours a week? 10 hours? What else does she do? Just hanging out? Doing some health issues, autistic burnout, lots of autistic burnout. And he's supporting them at 23, both in college. She uses your car to do DoorDash 10 hours a week. Crank those hours up. Maybe get another job. She's been looking for new jobs and applying to a lot of places. Okay, there we go. But hasn't had much success. She's also trying to get back to college, but seems to be dragging her feet a bit with finishing applications due to it being a big life change. About to be a big life change if you don't get your ass up. I'll be honest with you. If my girlfriend was in this situation, and I don't condone domestic violence of any kind, that's probably just not even something I should be saying. I'm precursoring something I'm going to say by saying I don't condone domestic violence of any kind. Probably just shouldn't even finish that thought. I love her so much and we get along so well. It's not like she doesn't have the ambition to pursue her interests and responsibilities. Parentheses, she stays active with her hobbies and takes care of our pet and a variety of household chores every day. It's just really hard for me to have so much uncertainty around this process and to trust her to do things in her own time. And I'm wondering if anyone who has navigated a similar situation has advice. Let's find out. This is gonna sound harsh, but ultimately it's not your job to financially support your significant other. I'm glad she's at least making an abysmal effort to bring some cash into the household by driving her car, but still this isn't your job. Maybe if you're married, it could be different, but you're not, and you wouldn't be wrong to have a sit-down conversation with her about this. It's really nobody's fault per se, but this is about survival right now, and you can't drown yourself to try to save her. Hey, he's right. If they were married, maybe a different story, but they're not. You're 23 and 24, you're both in college, and your fat ass girlfriend, your plus size girlfriend is, I'm assuming she's plus size. Maybe she's not plus size. If she is plus size, maybe ask her to DM me sometime. Where was I? Right. Your plus size girlfriend. If your plus size girlfriend's laying on her ass, you're going to college and you're providing for them full time and she's just hanging out, eating the food and paying for the internet bill, tell her to lock in. Buy her a suit. Tell her to go get a job. Send her over to the Taco Bell. Send her ass to Taco Bell. Folks, let's send her ass to Taco Bell. That's what I'm thinking. Send this girl to Taco Bell. Get her a job application. Get her working for the Bell. You know that. Get her in there. Making some naked chicken chalupas. She could be right as rain, no time. Get her a real full-time job. Make her work. And if she's not going to work, send her back to college. And if she's not going to go back to college, you should pants her in front of the whole school. On like an unrelated note. Like that doesn't have to actually do with the situation, but you should just do that in general because it's a funny prank. But I'd recommend, get rid of this chick. If she's going to be an anchor, there's no need for that. There's no reason to put yourself why would you subject yourself to additional challenges when your life is already hard enough. If I had been in college and I was like, let me find a girlfriend who won't do anything and I have to pay a ton of money for her, that sounds just like a really expensive pet. And pets are nice, but when you can't afford a pet, you can't treat that pet appropriately. And when your pet is a plus size woman, you say, take them back to the pet shop, and a guy like me might come by who can afford a plus size woman pet. And I'll pick her up. I'll take care of her. She doesn't have to pay my internet bill. She's just got to hang out. Anyways, enough about me loving fat women. Let's get back to the point here. Here we go. This sounds good. 23-year-old male. My girlfriend, 19 female, has built our entire relationship on a lie. Let's see. Holy shit, another wall of text, guys. I don't endorse the usage of AI, but it matters in this situation. I gotta use it. I can't read this whole thing. It's gigantic. I just won't do it. So this is gonna be long, but honestly, I just need to vent and get some other opinions because I honestly have nobody else to talk to. You, a man living in a new city, start dating your girlfriend in August 2024. She was 18, a new college freshman. She presented herself as innocent, inexperienced, and a virgin. You were careful, patient, but built emotional intimacy before having sex a few weeks after becoming official in October. You believe you were the first person she had ever been intimate with, and this shaped how you saw her in the relationship. Over the year, the relationship progressed seriously, meeting families, traveling together, deeply in love. Believe she did too. You checked her phone deeper than usual. You found Snapchat. She told you she deleted it, but it was hidden with Face ID. She'd been sending nudes for money throughout the relationship. Sending nudes for money throughout the relationship? Small amounts, but consistent. Oh, okay. For small amount. Okay. Small amounts of nudes for money. Okay, that's doable. That's wow. That's a real deal breaker. Some were taken in your home. I mean, that's not, I don't know why that's a bullet point. ChatGPT, that's not relevant. I don't think that really. Taken in my home. She's taking pictures of herself and selling them. I don't care that it was in my house. That doesn't mean anything to me. Ongoing contact with another guy. She had a hidden relationship with a guy labeled Leslie. They exchanged sexual snaps, videos monthly, including recent ones. You found texts from January during a relationship indicating they had sex, including explicit details and her going to his place. Okay, well, it sounds like this person was just cheating on you. In her hidden photos, you found videos of her having sex in 2020. Whoa! Videos? In her hidden? You keep that? Wow. This person either really wants to get caught or they're an idiot. That's nuts. A different guy in 2023 with explicit videos and photos. She's not a virgin despite explicitly telling you she was. Photos and videos of her with these guys during your relationship. Feel betrayed, blindsided, like you built a relationship on lies. You feel she let you believe she was innocent and inexperienced and shape your attachment. Well, that's okay. I don't like that point being that he's complaining about the fact that she was like, oh, I'm a virgin. And he's like, what? You're not a virgin. I can't believe it. Like, come on, dude. It shouldn't be that big of a deal in the first place. I'm a women's rights activist for what I just said. I'm brave. You feel she let you believe she's in it. The cheating itself is painful, but the deception about it and who she actually is feels like a deeper wound. You still love her and feel conflicted because everything you believed she was turns out to be untrue. You're wondering whether rebuilding is even possible. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Oh, we got the rundown. Oh my goodness. He's got transcriptions here. You love it. That shower sex was good too. I'm gonna need it in a couple more times before you leave. You call me daddy like an MF. You literally said this is yours, daddy's her. No. Dude, whoa. Man, he's really getting into this. Is this porn? Is this guy just into this? This is gross. Okay. Dude, break up with this person. Why are you getting off on this? Break up. I'm not even gonna read the other ones. Just break up with her, dude. You're stupid. I, 19-year-old female, am losing attraction to my boyfriend, 19-year-old male, and long distance is making it harder. Advice? See, I actually know somebody in this situation. I don't know if they're gonna watch this video, but Jake, this sounds like you know who I'm talking about. TLDR, slowly losing attraction to my boyfriend, even though we have an amazing relationship and a bond. Long distance is making it so much harder. Also questioning my sexuality, wanting some independence. And I also love him so much. And I don't know what to do. Questioning my sexuality. Questioning your sexuality. You're 19 years old. Long distance, probably because of college. I'm going to clock it here, right? I'm not reading. I have not read ahead. I don't know what this is about. But I'm going to assume here that it's probably college. Probably long distance because of college. Break up with him. You're 19 years old. You love him so much. Now, you're saying that you love somebody before the age of like 21. The legal love limit is 21. That's my opinion. If you say the word if you say I love somebody and you're 20 years old or younger, that's not true. You know the kind of love I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like parents and siblings or whatever, but like you loving a partner? No, dude. You're 19 years old. You don't love your boyfriend. Your 19-year-old boyfriend. Get out of town. My boyfriend and I are doing long distance. He's planning to move back to the city in late 2026. We started dating almost 2 years ago and it's been great. I won't lie. Early on in the talking stage, before we started dating, I was not super attracted to him. It's not super attracted to him. Very nice way of saying that your boyfriend's chopped as hell. Most boyfriends are chopped as hell. Only some of them appear to be chiseled by the very marble that Michelangelo himself worked. And those men... God, is it hot in here? This is just me. We started growing apart exponentially. I really love him, and we have great intimate life when we get together and see each other. We just started not feeling very attracted to him, even though I always have been, except for a short bit at the very beginning of the stalking stage. I love him so much and everything, and he treats me amazingly. The thoughts, fantasizing about other people, including thoughts about exploring my sexuality more. These are natural. It's very normal to have 5 to 6 nights a week where you're fantasizing about the other sex in certain ways, you know. That's very normal. I think most people experience that. I haven't really asked anybody, but as far as I can tell, that most people experience something like that, and it's very normal. You know, you're still straight. You're still straight, even if you're thinking about it 4, 5 times, 6 times, 7 nights a week. However many times during the day, that's normal. That's really normal. I don't even think about it. You're still straight. But yeah, I think that that's something worth considering. I'm seeing him soon and I genuinely don't know what to do. He's an amazing guy and I can see him being the father of my kids and an amazing husband. You're 19. But I just don't feel as attracted to him as I used to. All right, then break up with him. I also realized that I've been fantasizing about being single more. Break up with him. Life is just getting so fun and I really want to be able to be independent for a while because I feel like this is something that's lacking in my life. Break up with him. You're in college, you're 19 years old, you're fantasizing about having sex with women. Go have sex with women and leave this sorry, chopped guy behind. It's not your fault. It's the way things go. This is the natural way that life will go. He's gonna go on to do great things, like work out for a while and become sexist online. So don't worry about him. There's gonna be a bright, bright future for your ex-boyfriend. Don't even trip. But at the same time, I genuinely love this man so much. He understands me so well and treats me like a real princess. You're really giving conflicting opinions here, 19F. I'll be honest with you. I don't trust you. I don't think that that's true. I don't think that you genuinely love him. I don't think you know what that means. You're talking about having sex with other people. I don't think I think out of love for him, you would let him go. That's what love is. I mean, it's sacrificing yourself for another person. And it doesn't sound like you're doing much of that. Doesn't sound like you're doing much of that. Are you sacrificing yourself for him when you zack off to the girls? I mean, be honest. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with masturbating to women. I do it sometimes. We all do it sometimes. It's not always just you. It's sometimes all of us. Sometimes some of us. It could be me. It could be you. I mean, I want to talk to him about this in person because we are a very close bond, and he understands me better than anyone else. But I'm trying to ask myself, what do I want out of this? And realistic, what possible outcomes? The only real answers I found are we go on a break until he moves back and see where we want to go from there. You're gonna go fuck. You're gonna go have some crazy, wild sex, and that's not gonna work. He's not gonna want to. That's just let the brother go. And if you guys meet maybe way later down the line, more power to you. You can't have your cake and eat it too. This is a classic story. I picked this because it's a classic college story. 2 people dating in high school, go to college. They start to feel, whoa, all these hot random people that are the same age as me. We're all drinking. We're all doing Molly. Some of us are doing poppers. Maybe I'm doing poppers. Maybe I did a lot of poppers in college. I'm not going to tell you why or where or who I did them with or the men's names, but I'm going to tell you honestly, it's something that people do in college, right? It's something that people do in college. And like, don't drag this poor guy around on a break. Option 1, out. We figure out some kind of open relationship. Wow. You're a fiend. You're a sexual deviant. Go be a sexual deviant. Don't drag this poor guy along, okay? 3, we fully break up. Yeah. Why did you take 2 options to get to the only correct one? Can't have your cake and eat it too, darling. Problem with each one. Okay. Number 1. I might have a small crush on one of my best friends, and I don't know if it's silly little thing or a genuine thing, and I don't know. And if I should explore that, I don't know. If she's still be comfortable with it. Also, if by any chance I do, it would make my whole boyfriend situation a lot more uncomfortable. Why are you such a problem? The answer is staring you in the face, but you don't want to admit it. Let that. Man, go. Let him go join Gym Tuck, right? Like, he's destined. There's no way where you win, and there's no way where he wins. This is just horrible. Let him go. I don't really think an open relationship at 19 should be necessary. I'd love to hear the explanation on that. I don't think an open relationship should be necessary in general, but I just like the distinction at 19. Like, why 19? I love him and I want him in my life. Let him go. You no longer want to be with him, and even though you thought of being with someone else during him, it's over. You're 19. Just break up. It's simple. You're both too young, wasted on a long-distance relationship. Let him go. Very true. Do not let him steal another minute of your youth. Not that he's stealing it. I'm just saying it's a quote from a movie. Here we go. Holy shit, this is a long one. Am I gonna read all this? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it into ChatGPT really quickly. I'm gonna have ChatGPT tell me what this is. Summarize this. Sorry guys, the channel is going downhill. We're using AI. We should be paying real artists to summarize this in real time. I'm not reading all that. That's huge. Like, look at this. Look at how much text this is. This fills up my screen. I have to scroll. This is a 27-inch monitor. Brand new 27-inch monitor. This thing cost me $3,000 and it can't fit this person's story on it. I'm gonna use AI. Screw you. Here we go. A 28-year-old woman and her 31-year-old boyfriend have been living together for about 6 months. After having a semi-long distance relationship, she moved in. His sexual desire has dropped significantly to the point where he avoids kissing or any intimacy that might lead to sex. His sexual desire dropped significantly, but they were in a long distance relationship. Was it higher when you guys were far apart? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Was that guy just a jacker? I mean, if some guys are jackers, they prefer that. And then when you got a woman up in the dojo, it's kind of like ruining the vibe. And I can't blame him for that. Sometimes it's hard, you know. Sometimes the curve of a lady, you know, I like a little extra curve. I gotta stop talking about that. Okay, sometimes the curve of a lady is just enough, right? But sometimes it's not. Some guys, they just prefer to masturbate to pictures and videos of other people having sex. And that's normal. That's okay and acceptable. It's something that we as a society should be really okay with. And I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe the guy just likes to Zach. Maybe he doesn't like to Zach. Maybe he's into guys. He says he's mentally struggling, feels something might be wrong, and is scared to confront it. His testosterone is on a low end of normal, but she feels there's also a psychological component. Okay, his test is down. He's mentally struggling. Probably just mentally struggling with the fact that his girlfriend's ugly. No, I haven't. She has tried to communicate gently, explore fantasies, reduce pressure, and give him space, but nothing has changed. He insists it's not about her attractiveness or the relationship. Okay, it's not ugly. She's not chopped. At least you're not chopped. And he still shows affection, parentheses, cuddling, laughing, planning a future, end parentheses. And he feels hurt and less of a man when she brings up the issue. Sounds like this guy just needs to take charge. Maybe she needs to boss up on him. Meanwhile, she feels isolated, rejected, depressed, and resentful. She worries she's prioritizing his comfort over her own needs, feels guilty, even initiating non-sexual affection. She doesn't know how to continue addressing the loss of intimacy without overwhelming him or feeling like she's doing something wrong. She's unsure how long she can continue feeling this way and is looking for advice from others who've gone through something similar. Okay, that's a little bit of a reaction to say you feel guilty about even initiating non-sexual affection, because the guy just doesn't want to goon. And you know, some people never goon. And that's okay. People shouldn't goon. Never goon. This guy doesn't want to goon, which is fine. That's his prerogative. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have to touch you. If he's not touching you, that's a different story. And I don't know if ChatGPT just left that out. Could be physical, since he said testosterone levels were low. I would ask doctors to check levels. I definitely recommend couples counseling. Thank you for responding. I'll look into the other labs for sure. You know, I could offer my thoughts. No, I'm not an expert. I'm just making a video about it. This one's a little bit explicit. Why did my boyfriend, male 22, gag while going down on me? Why would you ask a question that feels like it has an obvious answer? It's just really great title. Me and my female, 21-year-old female, my boyfriend, male 22, have been together for some time and he loves me so much. Everyone can see that. Crazy about me, golden retriever vibes. An hour apart from each other, so we meet up at least once or twice a week. Past few weeks, we didn't really do anything intimate since I was on my period. He was still cold sore. We were a family, calling, talking over the phone. It seemed always extremely excited to go down on me, go do intimate things. Mind you, he has gone down on me twice before. Only time it lasted about 10 seconds because I had an orgasm really fast, and the second time lasted about 2 minutes. A lot of details, very fast. A lot of details we don't need to know. He's only gone down on you twice? How long have you guys been dating? They've been together for some time. We met up and we were doing our things. He had... Okay. Alright, this is really explicit. I don't really want to... I asked him what happened and he didn't even look at me and just continued. Oh, wow. Gosh, this is a much darker, sadder story. I'd really rather not get into this one, I think. It's funny. The title was funnier than the actual content. I think I'm going to leave this one alone, and I am going to close. I think I'm going to close on that one. I think that one was enough. Go read it for yourself. I am not going to read that one. That is hefty. There's just a lot going on there. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one if there is a next one.